Welcome back, friends. If you want to join the friends, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Today we're bringing it in with another money-making guide. Today we are going to be making summer pies, if you couldn't tell by what I have in my inventory here. So what you're going to need for summer pies is you're going to need a pie dish, pastry dough. I personally decided to just buy pie shells. I'll explain that in a couple seconds. You're going to need some strawberries, some watermelon, and some cooking apples. Now this is a pretty basic pie. It's just gonna be, as with any summer pie in real life, just a bunch of fruits that you put into a pie. So first things first, what did I actually spend for all of these? So the pie shells were the most expensive thing here. They cost 300,000 for 500 of them. I'm just doing 500 as a nice little test case. The reason why I bought pie shells instead of pie dish and a pastry dough is it's a very similar cost, and you're actually going to be saving a pretty decent amount of time not having to make all those pastry doughs into pie shells. Usually you would have to combine the pie dish with the pastry dough, or yes, pie dish with the pastry dough to make a pie shell. But we're just going to go ahead and skip that step. I think it was probably about 550 GP to buy both of those, and I just bought the pie shells for 600 instead. And I believe we're going to be making a decent money doing this, so it's definitely worth just saving that time and just spending a little bit extra. Instead of spending 250, I spent about 300,000. But I'm saving so much time, it should be worth it in the end. Next thing is going to be the cooking apples. That's the next most expensive thing, about 200,000 worth of those. The strawberries and the watermelons only come out to about 100,000 a piece, and if you add that all up, it's about 600,000 for 500 of these things. That's not that bad. They do require 95 cooking to make, though. That's going to be the big limiting factor here. You're going to have to spend a lot of time training up your cooking. If you are trying to be efficient anyhow, then training up cooking is a good idea. If you already have 95 cooking, then all the better. But it is going to take a decent amount of time. So let's go ahead and go into the bank and show you really quick how to make one of these. So first things first, the only thing that actually has an eat option is going to be the strawberries. I believe it's a percentage of your HP or something like that. That's why mine is so high, and yours is probably going to be a little bit lower if you don't have 99 HP. But you just left click, make sure you're using the pie shell on the strawberries, because if you left click the strawberry, you are going to accidentally eat it, which is going to cut into your profits a little bit. So the first thing you do is get pie shells and add strawberries to them. I don't know why they're bringing up that option, because there's only one. Usually they do not. And then after that, there's no possibility of eating anything. You left click the partial summer pie, add a watermelon to it. So the strawberry watermelon, and then you add an cooking apple last, which is going to make a raw summer pie. And according to the GE mid price, they're worth 4.7k. The reason why they're worth so much is because it's a I actually think the fastest cooking experience per hour if you're using a bake pie spell off the Lunar Spellbook. So that's why these are worth so much, and they're most likely going to remain that high. I think it's like 16 GP per XP, so it's really high for cooking experience. But I do know that it's a pretty quick way of getting cooking experience, with magic experience the same way. So this price shouldn't drop too much if you start making a large quantity of these. I am going to make a large quantity of them though, so instead of doing one at a time, what I am going to do is actually withdraw 14 pie dishes and 14 strawberries and just make the strawberry part first. And then I'll add all the strawberry, or all the watermelon after all the strawberries, and then I'll add all the cooking apples at the end. So we're gonna kind of segment it a little bit. Now, instead of doing it like going and withdrawing the watermelon right now, so that I can use the quick presets, I'm going to actually just deposit all of these in and just do the strawberries first. That way I can save this preset and I can just start making some summer pies. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it back when I figure out how many of these you can make per hour, as well as once I finish them all, so I can figure out how much profit we actually make from this. Okay, so just finishing up all these summer pies. I've been finishing up this last step for a little while. It did take a little bit longer than I was expecting, probably like 35 to 40 minutes. You can check the time code right here. I was being quite a bit inefficient, but I was maximum efficiency for about 100 of them, so I could test out the exact speed of this. I was just watching some YouTube videos while I was doing this, so it's a pretty AFK method. But let's go ahead and check to see how much money the price checker says we made. So 2.35 million. If you can remember from a couple seconds ago, we spent about 600,000 on the raw components. So 2.35 million is not bad. I'm going to sell these because I don't know what price these are actually going for. I don't know how many people actually use the bake pie spell, so I'm not going to trust this price just off the bat. Just finished up selling all 500 of these raw summer pies here, and as I was suspecting, they are going a little bit lower than the just standard GE price. So they're going for about 200 less, so I ended up with 2.227 million. And if you go ahead and take out the approximately 600,000 GP that I spent for getting all the resources to make these, you end up with about 1.6 million, or 3,230 gold per pie that you made. And with the rate of about 2,500 actions per hour, you end up with 830 pies per hour. So 3,230 GP per pie, 830 pies per hour, you end up with 2.7 million per hour. Honestly, with 95 cooking as a requirement for a 2.7 mil per hour, it's not bad money making. But you can probably find something else if you have the stats. You can find something for quite a bit better money, even if you're trying to skill. So probably not the best money making guide in the world, but it is an option, and keep your eye on summer pies. They may actually go up in price at some point, so this may be worth doing in the future. But it's a pretty decent gold per hour right now. And if summer pies for some reason really shoot up in price, like when they made the wilder pies, raw wild pies just shot up. This could become a legitimate money making method. Hopefully you guys all enjoy videos like this. If you do, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Shows me all the support. I love it seeing all those subscribers, showing all the friendship there. If you also like this video specifically, or you want to leave a comment or a like, I would appreciate it. As always, have a good one.